First thing, good that you come up. Good that you come up, that you don't try and succumb to that. First thing. Next thing, don't try to do anything about it. Even if it feels boxed in and the body goes into fierce trembling. It's happened with some people like this. By itself, that is not the problem. The problem, if there is one, comes when you feel and you start to interpret that this means something is wrong with you. The feeling by itself is one thing. Usually, as soon as the feeling comes up, some other feelings begin to swim up around this original feeling, and a kind of a movement of interpretation begin. Oh, if I was free, I wouldn't be feeling like this, and when I'm going to stop. And that is the interpretation energy that is giving off the bad smell. This is what usually happens. It's perfectly okay. You can feel a tremendous amount of nervousness in the body and be totally free. There's no contract to say if you feel sadness or anxiety for a moment. I'm not talking about habitual fear and habitual noise, you see. Then we can look at this if it's like this. But perhaps when you feel put on the spot, or if something quickly goes into a position of feeling confronted or something, or you imagine that this is going to be some discomfort is going to come up because of some being in some situation, then it provokes all this type of reactions, you see. So what I would do is to ask you just to be the awareness of it only. I know there's something that's going, no, I don't want it just to be awareness. I want to kill it.
Yeah.
You see? Okay? But let's start like that. Just to say, it's okay that this feeling come by itself. Just let it come. It also goes by itself also. And also, it's okay to give permission to be 100% anxious. Sometimes you feel a bit of anxiety, something is already trying to pacify the anxiety. I say, no, bring it on. Be 100% anxious. But don't participate in judgment. Just stay only as the space in which this anxiety play. This is the most powerful thing. Rather than fighting or taking tablets or doing a mantra, just to say, no, it's okay. This feeling of nervousness is here. Sometimes there's a clear reason, some explanation, some messages inside this feeling. And in that moment you can, it's already somehow, you can see what is the cause of it. Sometimes it simply just happens spontaneously. Is it okay to say to yourself, it's okay to feel like this in this moment? Try. It's okay that this feeling is there. You did not create it. It happened like this, a feeling. There's a space inside that is not reacting to anything, but the reactions in the body is felt in that space. Yes. It can happen to anyone. Feeling of nervousness, some anxiety might come, and you will master it. First, by not identifying with it. If you keep on interpreting, oh, this means this and why can't I, then you're going to live life looking from underneath the bed or something. But if you let the feeling be there, like now is a perfect moment. That's why I ask you, how you feel. You say, now these sensations are there, they're there. And I am saying to you, accept them. That for the moment, okay, right now, it's okay to be completely nervous. Many people sitting here where you are will also feel nervous. You see? So you say, but I feel more nervous than them. You can use it because it means then if you cannot hide it, it has to either go down or out, in or out. So if you cannot hide it, I think the option is already reduced. It has to come out. Have to come out. Because if you learn the skill to hide it, you may never overcome it. You see? Sometimes I think it's okay to say, look, when I'm in situations like this, I always feel so nervous. And people relax with that. They even like you for saying it. And you also feel okay about it. You say, I can't. Some people, I know them, the minute they start to talk about themselves, they start to cry. And even they can't help it. And they tell you, look, I'm sorry, I am not sad, but somehow this thing go on like this. I'm crying. You see? And it doesn't necessarily take long to go. But it needs your permission. And the permission is, it's okay. It's okay like this. And if you can admit it, immediately you already start to deconstruct this power. You say to people, I'm sorry, but I tend to get my hands sweat when I'm feeling nervous. Or when I'm in a group, I always feel a little bit uncomfortable. That itself put people, because it tallies up with themselves also. Many people are quite ill at ease. Even passing another person on the street, they feel, I hope they don't ask me anything. Some people don't want to even ask them directions. They don't want nothing. So I don't feel it is such a bad thing. If you accept it, it's okay, and in no time it's going to go. I would not ask anybody even to try and be brave. It's not about brave, in fact. It's that is nothing to be afraid of. We imagine so much thing to be afraid of, and some things, they take time. You get accustomed. You put it to the test. Why you should feel nervous is a beautiful person. Why you should feel nervous. When I see only what is beautiful. Not because, I'm afraid to see what is ugly. Ugliness can be there as well, but it's not anything. It is not anything at all. The Supreme Being is looking from behind every eyes. And this is not debatable for me. So people come on these type of things, sometimes a bit nervous. If you have to give a speech or something like this, then all this stuff comes. But it's okay, it passes, it's nothing. Don't keep holding on to this registration. And then you terrify yourself. It's nothing. Nothing is nothing. Even if momentarily huge panic attack comes, it passes. Don't even wait for it to go. Don't even desire, I wish it would go. Forget about it. Don't even wish, I wish I could get over this. No, just forget about it. Every time you forget about it. Turn away from that. Not out of fear, but out of your own power you can do. Don't entertain it. Some people, just like you can meet a friend in the center of town, you go to a restaurant, it's full of people making a lot of noise, and yet you can have a very intimate and private conversation with the one you want to listen to. In the same way, you can ignore many things. Even the feeling you feel nervous, so what? It's okay. In fact, because we give so much attention to things which are really not important, then it seems like you bring a lot of noise into your life, into your world. Everything coming and going. Okay. Thank you for coming up. Very good. And don't look on the floor going back.